Now we will discuss the topic curriculum and textbook. So as we know the importance of curriculum and the same time the textbook. So all the textbooks were included with the curriculum, as well as one more term is related to that is syllabus. So there is a relation between curriculum, syllabus and the textbook. So this is a very good resource for the teacher as well as the learner. So the textbook is the first teaching learning material to the learner as well as the teacher. So without textbook, in that it is consisted with the curriculum as well as syllabus, how it was bifurcated and what are the topics were there in the textbook. These all very clear in the textbook. So coming to the first topic, we are entering into that. The first one is curriculum. So here the curriculum is a term. The curriculum is a term. It was derived from Latin word. The curriculum term has been derived from Latin word which means 𝗓𝗃. The word, actually the curriculum is the English word. The basic word for the curriculum is from the Latin word 𝗓𝗃. The spelling is CURRERE, which means race course. Curriculum or 𝗓𝗃 means race course or a runway. So here the race course or runway means one has to run to reach the goal. So here the curriculum is itself is indicating that the learner is in a position to run, is ready to learn, is going to acquire the knowledge of that particular topic. So in that it is consisted as the curriculum. The curriculum term has derived from Latin word 𝗓𝗃, which means race course. 𝗓𝗃 means race course or runway on which one runs to reach a goal. A curriculum is the instructional and the educative program. The curriculum is the instructional and educative program by which pupils achieve their goals, ideals and aspirations of life. So here the curriculum itself is indicating that it is an instructional and it is an educative program. The curriculum itself is an educative program, as well as based on the instructions the curriculum is going to be designed. So here how it is going to be helpful for the students or the learner? Here the pupil achieve their goals, ideals and aspirations of life through the curriculum. So the curriculum is itself is indicating that it is an instructional as well as the educative program for the learners or the pupil or the students to reach their goals and ideals. Whatever the ideas they have, that should be learned based on this curriculum, as well as it is making the learner to aspiration of their life. So the curriculum is a very important aspect in the student's life. Curriculum is a vital part of learning process. A curriculum is a vital part of learning process. Curriculum provides focus for learning and brings about the desired outcome. So here the curriculum itself is indicating that, or it is giving an instruction or for the learners for what to reach their goals or desired ideals or whatever they want to become in their life. So the curriculum is talking about it is a vital part of the learning process. Curriculum is a vital part of the learning process. The curriculum is providing and focusing for learning and bring out the desired outcomes, exactly what the learner want to become, exactly what the learner is going to be learn. These are very clear through the part of curriculum. So here it is giving a desired outcome for the learner. So as a part of our syllabus or as a part of our textbook or as a part of our curriculum, this is giving a desired outcome for the learners. Based on that, the student or the learner is going to be decide their life in their future. So in this, the curriculum is involving assessment of need of learner. So here the curriculum is meant for what? The curriculum is meant for learner. So here the curriculum is involving or assess the need of learner, exactly what the learner required, what type of goal they want to achieve. So here the curriculum needed the assessment of the learners, as well as in the language program. Now we are talking about the language program, the development of goals and the objectives, the development of the goals and objectives and making plans. So, based on the goals and objectives, we are going to make a plan in what way we are going to achieve our goals and the objectives. For what? Making proper plan as well as in completing the syllabus, as well as selecting the teaching approaches and material. To teach to the students, the teacher has to follow certain methods and approaches. So, the curriculum itself is giving what type of material we have to provide and what type of teaching approaches we have to provide, and the same time here it is talking about the assessment procedure as well as the criteria. So, here based on the age factor of the student, the curriculum is going to be constructed. So, this is resulting that what way the student is going to achieve their goal or the objective. So, the curriculum is assessing not only the needs of learner as well as it is focusing on the development of learner, goals and the objective. So, these all making plans for the syllabus and the selection of the teaching approaches along with the materials and decisions about the assessment procedure and also for the criteria. So, this is the process of the curriculum assessment. So, the curriculum is an organized plan of course. So, the curriculum is an organized plan of course that outline objectives and learning experiences. So, here the curriculum is an organized plan. So, here based on the age factor, for example, if the child is in 8th standard or 9th standard, the age between around 13 to 15 years. So, here based on that what way the curriculum should be constructed. So, before entering into the 8th class, they studied up to 7th class, what are the levels they committed and what they learned and what are the basic principles they learned. Based on that the syllabus curriculum or the should be constructed. So, here the curriculum is an organized plan. So, based on the increasing the number of the classroom from 8th to 9th, what type of organizational curriculum should be there? There must be a continuity from 8th class to 9th class by upgrading the subject or content. So, here it is an organized plan of course that outline objective and learning experiences. So, here the objective and the learning experiences are very important one in constructing the curriculum. So, the teacher has to focus while the curriculum constructors has to focus on the objective as well as the learning experiences. So, then only the subject will be learned by the students or the learners. So, the learning experiences or the learning outcomes are very important one in designing or the constructing the curriculum, especially it should fulfill the objectives of the learner or the pupil. So, the curriculum especially is based on the set of philosophies or ideology, means here it is nothing but giving a comprehensive design or overall plan. The curriculum term itself is talking about it is a comprehensive design, it is a comprehensive design or it is an overall plan. So, this is a combination of all the philosophies or ideologies which is helping us to decide what our learners should learn over a period of time. So, here the curriculum is talking about it is a vital concept and it is known as the overall plan or the comprehensive design. So, here this is a combination of different types of philosophies as well as ideologies that are making or that are helping us to decide what learners should learn over a period of time. So, that should be very clear and a part of curriculum. So, this is known as the comprehensive design or overall plan. So, for example, look into the comprehensive plan or comprehensive design or overall plan. Now, we talk about the curriculum is talking about or it is also known as comprehensive design or overall plan. For example, usually as per our education system, the child is going to take admission for the first class at the age of 5 years, So, here the before the LKG and UKG process, it is going to start from the 3+ years. The first class is going to start from 5+ years. So, here the child needs to know about how to seek permission For example, the child want to go out from the class. May I go out teacher, or by taking the permission of the teacher, and the same time how to make a request. These all very or the minimum common words or the common words which should be talked to the students at the age of learning. And here all these things cannot done at one age. So here whatever the teacher want to give to the student or the instruction to the student or seeking permission or making request, these we are not going to make the student to learn within 1 day or 2 days. So here it is a continuous process. Day by day they are going to improve their seeking permission process or requesting the teacher. So here the child needs to know how to seek permission or making request. So these all the things cannot done at one age. So here how we are going to make the child to learn? We need to make a large chunk of learning, which is nothing but making into different small parts, which is making the learner to understand the concepts in a proper way, into a convenient smaller bits. So here to make the student or to make the learner as more comfortable in learning the subject, here for our conveniency we are making the curriculum into smaller parts or the bits. So here we need to slice large chunk of learning. So here the large chunk of learning is nothing but the curriculum into convenient smaller bits. So what are the convenient smaller bits here? Syllabus, so that the child is going to learn in a comfortable manner. So the curriculum is compared to the structure and the syllabus to the superstructure. For example, here the curriculum and the syllabus were compared with simple example. Curriculum is compared to the structure. For example, if we want to construct a house, we need proper structure. So the curriculum is like structure. And it is compared to the structure. Whereas coming to the syllabus is like superstructure. If the house structure was designed, to get proper structure, here we have to focus on the different parts of the different sides or different portions of the house is very important one. Then only the structure is going to be fulfilled. Those are nothing but the superstructure. So here the curriculum is compared to the structure and the syllabus compared to the superstructure with the house construction. The house is considered as the curriculum and the next one is whatever the portions we have in the house, that will considered for the syllabus. So these two are very important one for in making the learner to learn the concepts. So the as per Dubin and Olstein in the year 1983, he had given a definition. He opined that the curriculum provides a statement of policy. Curriculum provides a statement of policy, while syllabus specifies details of course content. So here the curriculum is providing a statement of policy. It is providing a statement of policy, whereas coming to the syllabus part, it is specifying. The syllabus is specifying and giving details of course content. So already the syllabus we talk about the superstructure, means for our conveniency we are making that curriculum into smaller parts to learn in a more comfortable manner. So here the curriculum is provided a statement of policy, whereas coming to the syllabus, it is specifies details of the course content. The syllabus providing statement of policy, whereas coming to the syllabus is providing specific. It is specifically focusing on the course content. So while designing the curriculum, we have to keep in the mind that there will be a vision. And making it reality. In general, we observe once we enter into the school campus or once we enter into any organization or any institution, in the main entrance we used to observe one board which is written like vision, So here the curriculum design means dealing with a vision and making it reality. So here the vision is going to be achieved for the long period, whereas coming to the syllabus is also dealing with a vision and making it reality. So the vision is possible for the longer period, but which is the real one which we can achieve, then only that is called as the vision. Coming to the curriculum part, this is like designing curriculum means compared with the vision and making it reality. The organization of curriculum deals with the how components of a curriculum are arranged in relation to each other. So, here while organizing the curriculum, while designing the curriculum, and how components of curriculum are arranged in relation to each other. So, here while curriculum construction, we have to follow the sequence, the arrangement in relation to each other. So, continuity should be there. For example, the first unit is going to start with the what topic, second unit should have some relation with that, and the same time these chapters will be already must dealt in the previous classes. So, it is nothing but continuity of the subject. So, that should be followed while constructing the curriculum. The organization of curriculum which is dealing with how components of a curriculum are arranged in relation to each other. For example, in English subject we are talking about, if the first chapter is introduced with the vowels and the next chapter what continuity should be there, and the same time you want to introduce the parts of speech, it is going to start with the noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective and all, there will be a sequence. If we started with the conjunctive process instead of noun, pronoun, definitely the student cannot understand the concept in a proper way. So, the organization of the curriculum is very important one, and it should have the relation to each other, then only the student will feel comfortable in learning the language, especially we are talking about the English language. So, according to Skilbeck in the year 1982, he proposed 3 board value system pertaining to contemporary education process. He proposed 3 board value system pertaining to contemporary education process. The first process is talking about classical humanism. The first one is classical humanism, second one is constructivism, and the third one progressivism. These are the 3 board value system which are pertaining should be there in the contemporary education process. So, coming to first one, classical humanism. So, this was developed by Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow. The classical humanism was developed by Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow. So, especially in this system, it is talking about the learning is knowledge oriented. In the classical humanism, the learning is knowledge oriented, and also it is focusing on the curriculum is more on the content. So, here as per classical humanism which was proposed by Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, they focused that learning is whatever the system in as per the classical humanism, learning is knowledge oriented. Whatever we are learning, that should be knowledge oriented, and the focus of the curriculum is more on the content. So, the knowledge orientation is very important one, and the process of learning, as well as the curriculum part also, it should focus on the content part. These are the major 2 points were focused by the classical humanism. One is knowledge oriented learning should be there, the second one is curriculum should be focused on the content based. So, the content was expressed in terms of the elements of phonology. So, the content in general we are expressing in the terms of elements of phonology, grammar and vocabulary. Major we have to focus on the phonology, grammar and the vocabulary. So, here to get perfection with the phonetic transcription and phonology getting perfection, the learner should practice more number of exercises and more number of tasks should be done by the learner. Coming to the grammar part also, more number of exercises are making the learner to become perfection of writing without any grammatical mistakes. And the same time, the one more important word to improve the content is vocabulary. So, vocabulary is very important one for the learner. So, here we have to make the learner towards the control of the record. We need to have control on the records. Means here the learning is going to start from the home environment. It is going to be start with the home environment. So, here in the home we have different portions. We have different portions in the house. So, for example, if we look into the kitchen, so in the kitchen we have so many things were there. So, as a learner we have to make them to learn all the words in English so that they have more vocabulary power. Whereas coming to the study room, what are the things available in the study room? We have to make them create awareness on the different items which are available in the study room. Coming to the dining room, so based on by looking into all the portion, we have to create more number of vocabulary words with the students, so that whenever the situation comes, definitely they are trying to apply. So, here this is one way we can improve the vocabulary in the learners. So, once they have the command over the vocabulary, definitely they can interpret the information or the content in a proper way. And the teacher is seen as an embodiment of the knowledge and who passes it to the learner. So, here the content is delivered by the teacher. So, here the content is delivering by the teacher means the students having lot of confidence and they have lot of trust on the teacher. So, here the teacher has to make the student to learning the language with the comfortable environment, and by giving more number of exercises or tasks or the activities, it can make the learner to participate in the active manner. As we are following the child-centric education system, the activities are more important one. By providing the role plays or giving some assignments or giving some exercises or examples, these are making the learner to learn towards the content, getting perfection with the content, as well as whatever the classical humanism was focusing, it should be as a part of knowledge orientation. The next part is talking about constructivism. So, the constructivism was developed by John Dewey. The constructivism was developed by John Dewey. We can pronounce it as John Dewey also. In this system, learning is largely a process of experience. As per John Dewey, he was focusing that the learning is largely a process of experience, whereas coming to the classical humanism, it is talking about learning through the knowledge. Whereas coming to the constructivism, focusing on the, it is a process of experience. It is a process of experience. What the learning is largely a process of experience. So, here we learn by doing, and each time we repeat an action. So, here as per this John Dewey philosophy, he was talking that the process of experience is through the doing, the actions or doing the works or in the repeated time, so that automatically it is going to become as a experience, so that the learning process was done. This was trusted by the constructivism. Here the experience gained by the repeated practice keep us to construct the knowledge. So, keep on doing so many exercises or keep on doing so many actions, automatically it is going to become as a practice and it is helping to construct the knowledge. So, the learner learn through the problem solving, the learner is learning through the problem solving, because already they faced with the so many experiences which become like a practice. So, by this knowledge it is going to become as a constructive. Based on that, for example, once the child is trying to do any experiment, any practice, the first time they may fail and the second time they learn why they fail. Doing the repeated times for the same practice, definitely it is nothing but removing the errors or eliminating one experience with the other experience. The error should not be committed, because the error may be from the new or the other one, but whatever the mistake was done by the student, it is going to be overcome by the next repetition of the same experiment. So, this is nothing but the learning process. So, automatically all these problem solving is making the knowledge to become as a constructive. Here we have one more word, reconstructionism. In the constructivism part, we have one more word, that is reconstructionism. So, this reconstructionism was proposed by R.W. Taylor in the year 1949. So, here the reconstructionism especially focusing on emphasizing on the practical aspects of education. So, the practical aspects of education are very, very important one as per the reconstructionism, and it is emphasizing on practical aspects. At the same time, this is providing a clear objectives of The Reconstructionism is providing a clear objectives of learning to teacher as well as the learner. So, here once the objective is very clear to the teacher as well as the learner, definitely it is going to make them for the practical aspect of the education. This was proposed by R.W. Taylor in the year 1949. Reconstructionism was proposed by R.W. Taylor in the year 1949. Next one is Progressivism. Progressivism. This was developed by John Dewey and also Francis Parker. Along with the John Dewey, Francis Parker, these two persons were developed this Progressivism. So, as per this Progressivism, it is concerned with the concept of learning by doing. So, this is focusing on learning by doing, which is more practical. So, here the students are encouraged to describe and evaluate the process they undergo. So, here whatever the process they are doing, whatever they are doing while learning, so this was encouraged to describe and evaluate. Simultaneously, it is talking about the evaluation process and what type of activities they are doing. This was most trusted by the Progressivism, especially by John Dewey concept, that is learning by doing. The Progressivism concept was developed by John Dewey. The major concept or concern is learning by doing. So, now we are entering into the principles of curriculum construction. Here we have to concentrate on the major areas. The first one is designing the curriculum, implementation of the curriculum, evaluation of the curriculum and the renewal of the curriculum. These are the major points we have to keep while constructing the curriculum. Coming to the first one is talking about design. So, the design term refers to the, it is talking about the larger structure which takes care of identifying learners, stating of objective. So, the design is talking about learning objectives, identifying learners as well as stating of objectives. These two are majorly focused on the designing the curriculum. Whereas, coming to the implementation part, it needs to specify how the curriculum needs to be used, After designing, we have to implement the curriculum. Next one, after implementation, next what are the results? We have to look into the results part. Evaluation. So, the evaluation is an attempt to find out whether the curriculum designed has been useful to its learner or not. What way it is going to be helpful to the learners, that will be known through the process of the evaluation. And the next last step after evaluation, next we are getting into the renewal. If it is up to the mark, if it is as per the usefulness of the learners, definitely it is going to be get as renewal. So, the renewal is the final step of curriculum development based on these 4 stages. The first one is design, second one is implementation, evaluation and the renewal. Based on this, the curriculum is going to be implemented. Next one is talking about the components of curriculum design, especially this was rooted by 𝗪𝗁𝗫. The curriculum design is concerned with the nature and arrangement of 4 basic curricular parts. The components of curriculum design is based, especially it is concerned with the nature and arrangement of 4 curricular parts. So, in these 4 curricular parts, here we are looking into the objectives, the major 4 components: objectives, methodology and organization, evaluation and the subject matter. These are the major 4 components of curricular design. While constructing curriculum, the objectives are important one. Based on that, what type of methodology and what way it should be organized. Once it is organized, then we are going for the evaluation, and at the same time we have to focus on the subject matter. So, here these are the major 4 components of curriculum design. Looking into the dimensions of curriculum. So, the curriculum design is a complex as well as a challenging activity to make it as a comprehensive plan. So, already we discussed the curriculum is nothing but the comprehensive plan or the overall plan. So, here the curriculum design is talking about it is a complex as well as the challenging activity to make it as very comprehensive plan. Looking into the dimensions, the first one is talking about the scope, which is talking about the depth and breadth of the content. So, here we are talking about the depth and breadth of the content. So, the scope especially focused by Taylor refers to scope as consisting of all contents as well as topics and comprising educational plans. In the dimensions, the first one is talking about scope. It is referring to the depth and breadth of the content. In what way we can inculcate the values which are related as per the age of the students. So, this was especially focused by the Taylor. Next one is integration. So, it is referring to linking all types of knowledges and experience contained with the curriculum plan. So, the integration of the topics or integration of the experiences which are contained with the curriculum plan is more important one. That should be integrated, that should be interrelated. What way it is going to be have link with the knowledge along with the content part. Next one is sequence. After that, the third one is sequence. So, once the learner can be promoted by organizing the content in a productive sequence. So, this was focused by Smith, the sequence process focused by Smith, Stanley and Shores. This was focused by Smith, Stanley and Shores by introducing major 4 principles. In the process of sequence, they introduced major 4 principles. So, in these principles we are talking about simple to complex. While processing the sequence, first of all it should be from simple to complex. The first principle is simple to complex. Next one is talking about prerequisite learning, means here basic concepts. So, those are very important one, that concept should be there. Coming to third principle is talking about the whole to part learning, whole as a whole and part of learning, that is the third principle. Coming to fourth principle is talking about chronological learning. These are the major 4 principles in while following the sequence. And the last one is talking about continuity. So, that should be continuity. Learner should be given an opportunity to practice skills through the continuous activities. If there is no continuity, automatically the lapses will be there with the learners. So, the continuity part is also very important one. And the next one is articulation. So, here the articulation is referring to interrelatedness of various aspects of the learning. So, the articulation is talking about and it is referring to interrelatedness, what way it is having a relation with the continuity as well as scope, and the next one is sequence. Here we have to follow the interrelatedness of the various aspects of the learner. Next one is balancing. This is one of the major important factor. So, this was proposed by John Goodland. This was proposed by John Goodland and focused on curriculum can be balanced in terms of subject matter. So, here the balancing process can be done through only the subject matter. The subject matter can balance the curriculum as per the John Goodland. So, getting into this, we have to look into some areas. Here especially talking about the curriculum part. So, the curriculum is very important aspect in the point of view. So, here the curriculum is it is giving the instructions as well as the educative program. The curriculum is talking about it is an instructional and the educative program. The curriculum is a instructional as well as the educative program. So, here in this the curriculum through which the general aims of a school education. So, which the general aims of school education receives concrete expression. So, here we have to talk about the through the curriculum which the general aim of a school education, general aim of school education receive the concrete expression. So, here we can know the term of the syllabus also, the curriculum and the syllabus. So, the curriculum is talking about it is a statement of policy. Already we discussed the curriculum is a part of talking about statement of policy, whereas syllabus is talking about it is giving in a details of course outline or the course content. Curriculum is giving a statement of policy, whereas coming to the syllabus is giving a details of course content. And coming to the curriculum point of view, we are talking about it is an overall and comprehensive plan. So, the curriculum is an overall and comprehensive plan, whereas coming to the syllabus is talking about it is a specific test of teaching items. So, the syllabus is talking about it is a specific test of teaching items. And coming to curriculum part, it is talking about it is based on the set of ideologies. Curriculum is based on the set of ideologies as well as the philosophies. It is a set of ideologies and philosophies and beliefs of society. So, here the curriculum is based on the ideologies as well as philosophies and also the beliefs of society. Whereas coming to the syllabus, it is based on, the syllabus is based on what the learner needs to teach, what the learner needs to teach, as well as it is a specific set of goals. It is talking about it is a specific set of goals. So, in this the curriculum is talking about it is an instructional as well as the educative program. So, the curriculum is talking about it is an instructional as well as the educative program. So, through the curriculum which the general aim of the school education receives the concrete expression. So, here the curriculum as a part of this we are looking into the education is required to serve particular values of the society in which it is placed. So, in which the education is required to serve particular values of the society in which it is placed. So, like curriculum we talk about it is like a structure, the curriculum is talking about like a structure, whereas coming to the syllabus is talking like a small specified parts or the small specified spaces, like for example of the construction of the house. So, here the structure is talking about which is like curriculum, means here the structure of the house is compared with the curriculum, whereas coming to the portions of the house or the structure is talking about the syllabus. So, here based on this we have to look into different types of principles while constructing the curriculum and looking into the major focus. So, here why we have to make the learner to know about the curriculum and all those. So, here the major objective which we have to focus on the curriculum construction is, first of all, the student, the learner as well as the teacher should have clarity about this curriculum, what way it is going to be teach to the students and what way it is going to be helpful to the learners and what way they are going to be taken help of their in their day to day life, that should be very clear to the learner. And the same time, once the curriculum is constructed, based on that the interest of the child is going to be come out. So, and also it is going to give an outline to the teacher how they can prepare their own materials as well as how they can prepare their ideas and as well as how they can prepare their own teaching learning material. These are the major points which we can focus through the curriculum as well as to the syllabus. So, here the syllabus part is talking about it is a small chunk, syllabus is a small chunk. Why we are making the syllabus into small pieces? Why we are making the syllabus into small pieces? Means here to the learner, the teacher is making them to learn the concepts in a easy manner, so that the learner should not feel any difficult in learning the subject. So, that is a major part which is taken by the syllabus part. Whereas coming to the curriculum part, it is like a statement. The curriculum is like it is a specified statement and it is talking about it is a vital part of the education system, focusing on the overall and the comprehensive plan. Whereas coming to the syllabus is talking about the specific tests of the teaching item. So, here the curriculum is a instructional as well as the curriculum is a educative program. Curriculum is a educative as well as the program. So, in this we can have the questions like from where the curriculum word had derived from. The curriculum word had derived from which language? It is a Latin word. The curriculum, exactly, the word is derived from Latin word 𝗓𝗄𝗃. Sometimes they may ask the spellings of the 𝗓𝗃, and which means race course or runway, which is talking about in reaching the goal of the learner or the student. Okay. And the next one, while constructing the curriculum, we have to look into so many factors like what is the age factor of the student and what are the minimum basic needs required to constructing the curriculum. These all which we have to focus on the curriculum construction part. So, here we talk about the different topics like the dimensions as well as the components. So, in the components of curriculum design, the objective. So, here once the teacher enter into the class for 45 minutes, so they are entering into the class with a certain topic. So, after completion of the 45 minutes, whatever the concept they want to introduce, that should be expressed or that should be delivered to the students in a proper way, and the same time the learning outcomes are also very important one. Based on that, the teacher can have their own teacher reflection. So, here whether the objective of the topic was fulfilled or not. So, here the objective is meant for short period, which is for the completion of that particular topic, whereas coming to the goal or the aim, talking about longer point of view, or it is taking more time to achieve that goals or the aims. So, here objectives are very important one in constructing the curriculum. So, here based on this, what type of methodology we have to introduce and what type of approaches or what type of methods and what way it should be organized. The major intention of the teacher is make the learner to understand the concepts in a proper way. So, here the learning outcomes as well as teacher reflections, these are very important one. So, in the teacher reflections, whatever the objective they want to deliver to the student, that should be delivered in a proper way. Whereas coming to the learner point of view, learning outcomes, these are the outcomes the student will learn. Once this is very clear to the teacher, definitely for the next class they are having their own plan in teaching the other topics. So, the methodology and the organization, the content organization is very important one, so that the students or the learner should not feel any difficult in learning the subject or what type of subject or what subject it may be. The continuity part is very important one. And the next one, that should have the link with the other class subjects. So, once they studied in the previous class, again some standard should be increased and there should be a continuity. So, here looking into all these points, the curriculum should be designed. And the next into the subject matter, what way it is going to be have link with the subject matter. For example, all the subjects, for example, they are learning mathematics or they are learning science and they are learning the languages, what way there is a relation with all the subjects. So, they have to apply in their day to day life how the subject is having impact on the other subjects. Coming to the last is talking about the evaluation part. So, in what extent the curriculum was transacted to the learners and what way the result was achieved, what are the learning outcomes, these all will be known in the process of evaluation or the assessment. By keeping these major 4 components of the curriculum design, we can have the curriculum design. So, these are the major components. And here one more term we can look into that, looking into the dimensions. So, the scope as well as the integration and the sequence. So, here the learning can be promoted by organizing the content in a productive sequence, means it should be in the form of production part, wherever they required they have to produce, they have to apply, then only the learning process can be taken place, the others can understand that they learn something, they learn the subject. So, here this was especially focused by Smith, Stanley and Shores by introducing 4 principles. By introducing 4 principles, they had given the sequence. So, here how the subject should be, how the curriculum should be structured or designed based on the 4 principles. The first principle is talking about simple to complex. So, the introduction of the curriculum or introduction of the topic should be from simple to complex. So, here the major intention of the introducing the subject is we have to make the student learning with the comfortable environment. They should not feel any burden in learning the subject. So, if it is started from simple to complex, they feel that it is very easy to learn, that we have to follow. And the next sequence which we can follow is a prerequisite learning. So, the basic concepts, the prerequisite learning means the basic concepts. So, without basic concepts we can't teach to the student. For example, coming to the language part, the 4 basic operations were L, S or W. So, here these skills should be developed from the early childhood onwards, when they had taken admission or when they enter into from the first class. Day by day we have to increase these 4 basic skills of language: listening, speaking, reading and writing. First of all, they should become as a good listeners. Once they learn, automatically they know that I will know the topic, then they will try to speak out. So, these all the confidential level are making them to prepare their own notes or trying to refer more number of books or articles or journal, and they will try to write it on paper. So, what type of situation you created and what type of homeworks and what type of activity the teacher is in a position to give, definitely the student will solve such type of problem. So, that will be there with the help of prerequisite learning, which is talking about the basic concepts. And after learning or making the prerequisite learning, next step is talking about whole to part learning. Here the student is going to learn the concept as a whole, but at a stage we are not making the student to learn as a whole, means here it is a large amount of the content. So, as a parts, or we are making into small pieces, so that it is making the learner to feel very pleasant without having any burden. And the next one is talking about the chronological learning. So, to learn the subject or any subject, we have to follow chronological learning from basics to higher standard, from simple to complex, from easy to difficulty level. So, the chronological learning should be taken place, and while constructing the curriculum, this is the sequence which we have to follow in the process of this sequencing. And the next continuity part is very important one. If there is no continuity, automatically the concept will not be applied in their day to day life, and definitely there is a chance of forgetting that. If there is no continuity, there is a chance of forgetting the last class or the previous topics. So, that the continuity should be there while designing or while constructing the curriculum. So, here the learner should be given an opportunity to practice skills through the continuous activities. These are making the continuous activities are more important one, getting sufficient or enough practice, making the learner to get perfection with the topic. The continuity part is very important one. So, to represent anything or we need the articulation. So, here it is talking about interrelatedness of various aspects of the learning, what they learn and what way they are going to express these, there will be a interrelatedness of the various aspects of the learner. Next one is balancing. This is more important one in the part of curriculum. So, while the curriculum can be balanced in terms of the subject matter, so that is based on the standard of the students, which we have to focus. The subject matter should be balanced based on the 14 years or 15 years age factor. Whatever the subject should be delivered to the student, that should be balanced while constructing or designing the curriculum.